I had a conversation with my wife on the phone, and I barely could hear her because the artillery assault and bombardment and rockets were so loud.
The Russian-born musical director of the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra is sharing the story of his wife and mother-in-law's harrowing escape from Ukraine. Daniel Ryskin says he was overcome with fear as the Russian attack on Ukraine began, with both his wife and mother-in-law in the country. Ryskin's wife had flown to Ukraine before the war started to help her mother, who is sick with cancer, receive chemotherapy treatments.
They woke up to the sounds of artillery assault and rocket being fired on the city.
Ryskin says as the fighting escalated over the next 48 hours, it became clear that his wife and mother-in-law were in serious danger and needed to flee.
When you realize that your building might be next hit by a rocket, you don't think long and you run, you escape. It's not a movie, it's a war.
Ryskin says his wife and mother-in-law left with what they could carry, heading towards the local train station where they joined thousands of others attempting to flee by rail. Luckily, both Ryskin's wife and mother-in-law were able to board a train. They spent the next 40 hours traveling with blackout shades pulled over the windows to avoid detection by the Russian military.
And then we were just coordinating where to go.
Ryskin says his wife would sporadically text him updates as the train made its way to the southwest Ukrainian border. Ryskin was waiting with a rental car parked several kilometers away in a farmer's field. He watched many terrified women and children cross the border before an emotional reunion with family.
There were a lot of hugs and tears.
They drove to Bratislava. Ryskin says his mother-in-law's health was rapidly declining. When they got her to a hospital, they learned she had contracted COVID-19 during the escape. Ryskin's mother-in-law was put on life support.
And now is fighting for her life with viral pneumonia.
While Ryskin is grateful his loved ones were able to make it out safely, he knows others haven't been so lucky. Born and raised in St. Petersburg, the Russian-born Ryskin has publicly condemned the war and President Vladimir Putin. He will not be performing any concerts in Russia until peace is restored.
I implore those politicians who still feel it's a local conflict to understand that this is what's on the line is the whole idea of freedom and democracy and equality.
In Winnipeg, Mark Neufeld, City News.